Hi guys, and welcome to Physics and Character Control in Unity using assets. Now let me show you guys how this works. This is just an ordinary beautiful asset that I downloaded from the asset store, and we then add physics and character control lines of code to this so that we can move around and also pan around using what is known as mouse look. So what I am going to do now is I'm going to take you guys straight into Unity development environment, and we put one of these together. So let's do that now, guys. Okay, I'm going to exit out and just minimize that. So first of all, let's click on Windows and we select Package Manager. With the Package Manager selected, I'm going to go straight to my asset here, and what I'm looking for is the scientific asset that you guys saw earlier, and right there, that is it. It's called 3D Scientific Kits Starter Pack or Starter Kit there. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to click on Import, and that is it. So we click on Import one more time, and there we go, guys. It's finished installing. That is the folder there. It's called Creepy Cat, and if you notice the name here, it's also called Creepy Cat. So let's close that. Now let's double click on the Creepy Cat folder, and that is the folder right there. Double click on it. What you want to do is, you see where we have example 1, double click on the example 1, and that should open up the environment for us. That is the environment right there. Okay, if we click on run, let's make sure we are in maximum view. If we click on run, we won't be able to move around the Creepy Cat or the scientific structure of this system. That is it. We cannot move anywhere. That's all we're going to see, and that's where my camera is focused. Alright, so to take care of that, what we need to do is, if you want, you can go straight into the asset, right click in there, and let's go to create, and I'm going to select C#. And that very C#, I'm going to call it mouse look. I believe I already have a program with mouse look, so for those of you who knows that program, you can just copy and paste the codes. So click on open. Okay, my programming environment is ready. So the very first thing I would like to do is to implement a mouse look. So the horizontal mouse look around the body, that would be for the y-axis. Y, the vertical mouse look around that would be around the head. So that would be for the x-axis. I'm going to get rid of this, and what I intend to do now is to declare a serialized field. So this very serialized field that you guys are looking at, that is going to show the speed at which we turn, or the sensitivity of the mouse. So the second serialized field, I might as well just copy this and drop it down here. The second serialized field, that would be for how far up the head can tilt. So that's the second serialized field. I might as well just change the name. I'm going to change that to, let's go for head upper angle. Head upper angle limit. So I want to set that to about 85 F there. Okay, I'm also going to create another one that will show how far down the head can tilt. There we go, and that's it. How far down the head can tilt. So I make that minus 80. Okay, the next thing now is I'm going to declare the following variable, which should be our current rotation. That, let's say that would be 0F, and I'm just going to create another one that will call, let's change that to 0F, and the other one would be the pitch. So We change this to pitch. There we go. Now let's create another one. That would be quaternium. The quaternium in this case will store the rotation of the head and body when the game actually starts. So let's say quaternium. That would be for the body. And there we go. That's the quaternium for the body and the head. The other thing that I'm going to do now is I'm also going to say, let's say transform head, and this actually make reference to the head object. Now let's come straight in here. See where we have start. So with the start, there we go. So what's going to happen there is this will actually find the head object, then catch the orientation of the body and the head as well. So that's what's going to happen here. Now let's come in here and take care of the update. As for the update, I'm going to change this to fixed updates. So let's change that to fixed updates. And right in here, the following lines of code should take care of the fixed update. And what's happening here is this actually read the current orientation movement and the vertical orientation movement. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to save that, and let's go straight into my Unity editor. Right there, you can see the compiler is checking to make sure everything works as expected. Okay, so far I can't see any error, but the thing is we have to attach these lines of code straight onto the camera, and this is the camera. The camera is actually embedded inside the scientific cabin here. So I'm going to make sure my camera is selected, drag the lines of code that I've just put together, drop it right there, and now let's click on run to see what's going to happen. The only thing we'll be able to do right now is we'll be able to pan around, just move left and right. Okay, look at that. We can move left and right. You see that? Okay, then the other most important thing that we need to be able to do is we should be able to just walk around the whole environment. So to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put together another lines of code to get that happening for us. So let's come right in here, right click, let's right click on that, let's go to create, and we select C#. I'll just give that a name, we call it movement. There we go. Okay guys, let's open up movement lines of codes. There we go. And right here you see this serialized field. The first one is the speed at which we can move. That is it right there. The second one, that is the height of jump, as you can see. Then the third one now, and that is the rate at which our vertical speed will be reduced. Now, and right underneath here is the rate at which we can control our movement. So just have a good look at the lines of codes, and I'm going to there will be a link to this code on the description area. For those of you who are channel members, you can always get access to these codes. There we go, and that's it. So I'm going to save that and let's run it then, but before we can run it, we will actually have to add what is known as character controller. So minimize that, come right here, make sure the camera is selected. Now on the inspector, scroll right down, you see where we have add component, click on that, and let's add character controller to it. Once character controller is added, we're going to now drag the movement, just dump it in there onto the camera itself. That is it. all done. So let's have a go at it. Click on run. There we go, guys. Look at that. I can now move forward, pan around with my mouse, keep going. There. And that is how you use physics and character controller in Unity. So guys, with that, I'm gonna call it the end of this lovely tutorial. You can always lay your hands on this very asset on the asset store. So you all have a nice day now, and bye.